Hello there, I'm Tamib. Today is the final day of Godforge quests. Let's do some summons. Got several accounts all set up and ready to go here. We have the one that we're looking at right now, Metzley, which is one of my alt accounts. 660 summons. After that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do. So, without any delay, okay, maybe a little delay, because I forgot to hit starting to stream on Discord. Yep, can't find it. What you can't find when you're looking for. All right, there we go. All right, now, without any further delay, let's start summoning. All right. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take Perrin. Let's look him up real quick. All right. Let's see. Basic is a attack one enemy, speed down. Core is attack all enemies, reduces turn meter. Ultimate is attack 7 times at random. Yeah, let's not keep him. All right. 1 legendary so far. You're watching on Discord. I am not paying attention to chat. Oh, look, it's the Queen of Alpha. Achilles. Nice pull. Isis. I think we're going to take Isis. Now, she's changed a bit since Alpha. She was a horror in Alpha when it came to trying to Kill still spreads one buff. Let's cut back on those. Yeah, let's keep her. I don't know that we're gonna keep her, but we'll see. I almost feel with how long this takes that maybe I should make my windows smaller and do more than one account. Same time. A little laggy. Ooh, Sizzin. Sizzin. Like Sizzin more than I like nerfed Isis. Here's the primary reason why I like Sizzin. Basic that attacks everything. Puts out acid, a core that attacks everything, puts out blaze 2, and an ultimate that attacks everything and activates both acid and blaze. I kind of feel like Sizzin paired with another acid or another blaze is gonna be kind of awesome. Now keep in mind that this is not booked 75% chance and not booked 40% chance. This goes up to 100, I believe, when fully booked. The cooldown, I believe, goes down to 3, and I'm pretty sure that this chance goes up to like 75. I could be wrong. I haven't seen his book levels, but that's my guess. I think Sizzin could be a lot of fun. Good damage dealer to start with. Definitely help with the wave content. You know what? I've convinced myself. Right. We've got 100 pulls left on this account. As you can see, I've got Excalibur and I've got Medusa's Glare. Medusa's Glare doesn't really help Sizzin. I think any of these are going to... Let's keep summoning. I have to say, in Alpha, I loved Imhotep. He was probably one of the best healers in Alpha. Second to Isis in my book. All right, that was our first set. And this count will be starting with Sizzin. All right, next account. We've got 370 summons here. We've already got Athena. You're not familiar with Athena. Gosh, why is it? Oh, because it's a different browser. Athena is a shield champion. Single target, defense up on all allies for 1 turn. 1 turn, I'm just not feeling that. We'll see if it stays that. I'm hoping it goes to 2. 400% defense shield. This actually makes her one of the better shielders in the game. But the thing that really is cool about her is the reduces the damage inflicted to allies by 5%. So that'll stack up to 15 times. Or 3 times, rather. 15%. It's a core. You're going to hit that relatively quickly 9 turns in. So in longer fights, you're just a flat 15% reduction on damage to your entire team. Plus, you've got the shield. The ultimate attacks all enemies. Without Petrify. I feel like this is really good for wave control. Probably decent for PvP. I don't really see it as having any use whatsoever against bosses or anything higher than just wave content. But I could be wrong. I did summon her earlier. This is the first legendary I think this account summoned, and I just decided to leave her. So I'm probably not going to change it out, but, you know, we'll see what we get. 3 epics. Probably hoping to pull a set. Hoping that they fixed his ability. He was broken in alpha. I want to use him as an imprint. Increases the cost of the divinity target he hits. Oh, Jaime. Well, Heimdall was my boy in alpha. That is comparison time. Hey. So both of them attack a single target. Defense up is good. He has defense up in his ultimate for 2 turns. He also transfers debuffs off of him, which is nice, and activates them if there are some. He does retaliate and intercept and attacks all allies. He has shield. She has shield. Her shield is actually bigger than his now. His was higher. It got nerfed. And he has protect 2 on all allies. Now, what this doesn't show us is it's the awakening. What a bad place for an ad. The awakenings are where I really, really think that Heimdall pulls ahead because he places ward on himself for 2 turns. So not only is he intercepting everything, but he's warded. And I'm gonna hope that I get Heimdall on one of my other accounts. I hate to say this, I'm gonna summon again. I'm actually hoping to get Heimdall on my main account. Watch, I won't, and I'll be terribly disappointed. I feel like my Twitch stream is frozen. Summoning, and I do not see the screen updating. Well, we're going to keep going anyway because we're recording this to put on YouTube after the fact. And, well, it's 10 o'clock where I am, and I would like to go to bed sometime tonight. It's a very long day. Every single day this week. We have a lot of pulls to get through. It's good. Okay. All right. That's it for account number 2. We stuck with Athena. Look, it's another Athena. We've got 640 summons on this account. luck here. I suppose I shouldn't say that. We haven't hit 100 pulls on this account. When Godforge Heroes, the mini game, launched initially, started multiple accounts. And I started off tracking my pulls. Yeah. How many pulls, what I got for epics and legendaries. And which they were. And I started throwing it in a spreadsheet. At some point, I locked in legendaries on every account that I had at the time, which was 4, and stopped caring. That's not entirely true. I didn't completely stop. I did keep logging in and doing some of the little activities and waiting to get more summons. Decided I was going to do a big summons on the last day, which today is the last day. It's been postponed twice now when it was ending, so I have a lot more than I thought I was going to, which is kind of nice. But I don't care about tracking them anymore. The LDS, hello there. This is, since you're just joining us, this is my 3rd account that I'm doing summons on. When I finish this, I'll be about 1,500 summons, and I have several more to do after that. And thanks for dropping by. I'm doing my primary account last. My primary account has 2160 summons waiting on it. Yang Wang. Well, I find him interesting. I don't know if anybody else does. He is the first hero that I summoned for a legendary on my primary account, and I locked him in for a while. However, ultimately, I decided to replace him. The reason that I liked him is right here, of course, his basic attacks all enemies. speed down, but it's only goes up to like a 50% chance when booked, so I'm not real thrilled about that. I really, really like my debuff and my buff. Well, my debuffs always have a chance to land of 100%. It's just, I come from raid, it's just the way I am. He also has attack all enemies and attack all enemies. So I think he's really, really solid for a starter pick just because wave content is going to be where we're at. It's definitely going to be one of those, you know, he can just carry you through the wave content. Now, that being said, I don't think that I like him better than Athena. But I kept Athena on the last account. Now, I'm going to keep Athena. Just like that, he was gone. Yeah, I almost had, what was his name? One of the guys in ELT was doing a last day final poll and was asking for people to volunteer. I don't know if he ended up doing it because I don't actually follow him, unfortunately. I probably should. I know there was like 6 or 7 people who had a ton of polls, and he was going to do their polls for them and then I guess decide for them or help them decide what. I almost signed up for that because I thought I was going to be busy, but turns out it's more fun to do it yourself. Yes, it was Ramsey. It did a lot. It was live, right? Did you record it? Do you know? I haven't followed up to check, honestly. Gee, this summons really likes Minotaurs. All right, last one on this account, and we move on to the next account. All right, Athena, Unyielding Trickster, and Forge Fire. Next account. This one's got 360. This is one of the accounts. This is the first legendary I pulled on him and then stopped logging into this account. I probably should have kept logging in to get the summons, but I'm not really that thrilled with Ares. But he's better than not having a legendary, right? I'll have to go check out his channel on YouTube. Thank you. This account actually had Brynhild until I summoned Ares for like, I don't know. I'd have to go check my tracking, but I think it was 900 plus pulls. It's Ares. Yeah. I think Discord crashed on me. I was streaming in one of the channels there as well, and just in case anybody wanted to catch it there, but either that or my computer just doesn't like streaming to there and recording and Twitch. Need to upgrade my video card. All right, DL. I'm gonna go call you DL instead of DLDS because it's simpler and easier for me. Do you use a video capture card like an Elgato or something, or do you just use like OBS straight natively? I'm curious. I'm always curious how other people do what they do. Yeah, that's what I do as well. I find that once in a while it seems to get a weirdly laggy, and I haven't figured out why. Now my video card is only a 3070, I say only, you know, a couple of years ago, COVID, those were the best you got for your bang for your buck, right? And now that RAM prices have just kind of gone through the roof, ooh, Severo. Okay, we're taking him. Not even going to look at him. For the sake of anybody else, though, I should probably. So Severog was my contender replacement for Heimdall if I didn't get him. Luckily, I got him. Another account. I thought he did a shield. So after they nerfed Heimdall, I thought I might want to go with him for my main account. I love characters that do shields, so that's probably a big reason. I am going to want to change up this, though. Solar Eruption doesn't really seem to pair well with him, and I have nothing there I want to take. Okay, back to summon. Yeah, right? That's a huge upgrade from Ares. Ares... we get rid of the delay to summon again? I click the button and I'm like, why didn't it work? And then realize it hasn't lit up yet. Oh, I'm out. Yep. All right. So, Severog final, Excalibur. I don't know about the imprint, but I don't really feel like any of these are really worth putting on Sev. Or on a weapon on Sev. We're going to leave it how it is. Next account. Oh, look, my final account. So I got Shamash as, I think, my second legendary pull. I loved him in Alpha. So when I got him, I decided I was going to hold on to him unless I got Heimdall. Well, let's see if I get lucky with 2,160 summons. I got him in all of the alpha waves. He was in my final team up until Alpha 3. He just didn't make a whole lot of sense on 151. But that's because we were trying to have Brynhild solo him, so. I did start off using him on 151. Joint attack was amazing in the alpha waves. That's kind of how I've got my... So, with the Unyielding Trickster has the chance to join attack, so I figured throw Excalibur on Shamash, throw this on somebody else, and then he's got the joint attack built in. So then if I get somebody else with joint attack, I'm hoping to get multiple Unyielding Tricksters. So even it was Dagonet. Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Dagonet had his joint attack imprint that they nerfed for 3. And I want to try to redo it with Unyielding Tricksters. And look, Sun Wukong. Another Sun Wukong. The game is trying to tell me to take Sun. What do you think? I don't know if you watched the video where they discussed the minigame stats. I at heart am a person that likes data. I don't know why. I'm a computer guy. I really found it interesting when they were going over another Sun Wukong. That's 3. I really liked when they were talking about who the most summoned heroes were for legendaries, and yeah, I had a point, and now I don't remember what it is. It just disappeared on the 3rd Sun Wukong. It just right out of my head. Oh, the person who pulled 3 legendaries in one 10 pull. I was amazed. I haven't heard of anybody else doing that yet, other than whoever that one person was. It's pretty awesome. I am really, really liking the fact that I added the stream chat into OBS, because that way I don't actually have to like look away. I have 3 monitors. I don't have to actually like look away really from what I'm doing to see what you're saying, which I think is going to be key if I do a lot of streaming on Twitch. I don't really like typing talk. Athena. That's tempting. I want another Athena. I've got 2 Athenas on other accounts. Izanami. I remember what she does, so let's go look her up real quick. Yes. I consider myself a Twitch noob. I have a couple friends that do a lot of streaming on Twitch, one of which goes to a lot of the cons. She travels all over the country. And I've watched her a couple times just to kind of get the feel down for how other people do it, and have had conversations with her about it. And she almost never types back to her people because she's always busy doing something like crafting. She does sewing online, etc. Wow. The playback on Twitch is delayed by like 60 seconds from where I'm at on my screen. All right, Izanagi. Single attack, basic, and it down. I don't really dig that. 40% chance kind of sucks. Remove shield from all enemies. That feels very PvP to me. It does not feel like progression wave content. Place corrupt. Attack all enemies. Speed down. Burst 2. I'm guessing that her core goes down to a 3 cooldown when booked. But I don't feel like progression is going to require me to remove shield from enemies very often, and if it does, I'll eat my words. So we're not going to take her. Maybe I should have made more accounts so I could get some. Papa Heimdall. Do you still see me showing Izanami on the screen? Because I've done like 80 summons since then. I have Twitch open on another monitor. Oh, another Herc. I guess it's weirdly delayed. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Oh, it's just a stream preview. It's taking screenshots every so often. Something new every day. Today's apparently don't try to watch your own stream while streaming. All right. This guy totally gives me Shredder vibes from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Atari Hanzo. But we've gotten, what, 4 legendaries? We've done 600-ish summons. Loki. I do like how they changed Loki. I don't think they changed him enough for me to actually want him yet, though. He was pretty worthless in Alphas. $1,500 left. Metzley. Metzley does people. Just click away from her. It's okay. I run one of the other accounts earlier. Ooh, Sizzin. Sizzin is interesting. 3 AoE attacks. Attack 3 random targets. Gives himself barrier. He's the twin with Fujin. He looks like he'd be fun, but without having his counterpart, I don't. I'm gonna do it. Huh. Babby, Babby, Babby. Why can't you be legendaries? Zuzu. It's the despair guy. Okay. I think he's going to be really useful for the tower. Specifically doing the order side. Remember liking his imprint more than I liked anything else about him. Summon luck, where are you? Zuzu again. All right, we're down to 1,000 summons. Down to. It's still insane about. Yeah, I'm surprised at how many dupes I've gotten. Almost makes me feel like I should reload the app. Something weird going on with random number generator number X. would have been nice if they had instituted the pity rules on minigame. Hell, I got her. The only wave I used her was wave 3. She was the first legendary I got, which was a little bit annoying because she wasn't very good. She was a decent DPS. She did carry me quite a ways, but she's very squishy. I don't think I'm going to have Zavrok's luck and get Heimdall on like 7 accounts or whatever it is he has Heimdall on now. I think he stole my Heimdall. I'm going to have to tell him that. The 3 babbies in a row. Oh, 4 that summons. Yeah, that boy has too many accounts. Like, he and I discussed, hey, let's do some extra accounts, so like, you know, in 6 months or a year from now, if, you know, we want to run a tournament or something, we can offer an account with a Heimdall on it as a prize or something. So, you know, I started 4, thinking, okay, well, I'll have 1 primary and, you know, 3 others. I'm actually up to 6 now, because I started 2 later, but I started the 2 more when I heard how many he had at one point, and it was like 30. He has a ridiculous amount of accounts. I don't know if he's still doing them all. Give myself carpal tunnel with all this clicking. Worse than Diablo. Huh. Somebody's talking about Brad video showcasing Zemi, Z-M-E-Y, in the ELT Discord. Apparently he's a boss that I don't know about. I'm going to have to go find this video now so I can add him to my site. Oh, we're under 500 summons. I was going to say at 500, but apparently I missed it from clicking. Hope they do another stat video where they go over, you know, 3,750,000 rares were pulled. Dracula. I just don't like Dracula enough to switch. Oh, I haven't watched that one yet. I'm a little behind. I've been spending a large amount of time. I'm talking like second job amount of hours, another Metzley, on my webpage. Having some place to actually pull data from now has made it a lot of updating till they set up an API so that we can do this a lot easier. $300. You know, you'd think with 6 accounts and all of the pulls I've done, I would have seen more than one Heimdall and a Quetz. I've not seen a Quetz pull yet. I think the thing that took me the most amount of time with the heroes pages was I decided that I wanted to have a way to rank heroes that take the human out of the equation. What I mean by that is I feel like that there's opinion that goes into how people rate heroes. I mean, it just kind of goes without saying, right? Like, I might think Bastette's really freaking cool, and she's got, you know, an okay kit, but I might rank her a little higher because I think she looks badass and because I really like one of her abilities, right? Whereas if you do that in a vacuum, she might be ranked higher than she probably should be. So I have created a system that attempts to add weight and points to every single effect that can be placed, every debuff, every disable, and every instant effect, and tries to assign a numerical value to each hero and then ranks them using it. Hoping that it's going to be something that, you know, people like. I don't know. To admit, I used some AI to do the ranking numbers because it's much easier to just feed it all into AI and say, okay, give me the results. And you're 100. But I spent a lot of time tweaking that algorithm, and it is not perfect yet. So, what I mean by not perfect yet, it catches most of the things. There's some parsing that I have to do of from the abilities that sometimes the parser doesn't quite catch the intent behind it. So, like, if a lot of the verbiage is pretty standard now, they did a really wonderful job going back through all of the abilities and using standard language, like has a X% chance to place debuff or buff or whatever here. So that makes that a little bit easier, but I think that there's always last summons. There's always going to be edge cases, and that's it. Wow, I'm guess I'm sticking with Shamash. Is that the last account? That's the last account.